Hello everybody, this is going to be a moderately quick video. I just kind of want to show off some extraordinarily different weapons just because I fucking feel like it. So that's what I'm going to do. I'll sit down over here and show you the first one. This right here, I'll try and get it in the camera because I can't tell, is a Cobra Lynad Derringer. 45 long Colt, 410. They make them in double and I think quad barrels too. They have like a pepper box version of this going on. They have an over-under and a side-by-side, which is the most common. But this is just a single shot. I always figured the Judge was kind of a useless weapon because without a long rifle case and a modified, I don't know, probably like a modified Mauser casing, you're not going to get a 45 long Colt all the way to the mouth of the forcing cone, which means that when you fire it, you're going to have shitty accuracy because it's going to travel all of the length of the cylinder gap, which would be, well, it'll travel through the entire cylinder, then the gap, and then get the forcing cone. I figured it would just throw that off like crazy. So the 45 long Colt, I didn't even intend to ever use through this, but as a 410, a single shot is really all you need with 5 pellets like that. And this is really more of a belly gun anyway, and for like $99 plus shipping and handling, it was kind of a sweet deal, so I just kind of jumped on that one. They don't even make these anymore, so, and this actually says Cobra on it. It's now Lynad, because I guess the guy who owned it and his wife got a divorce, some shit like that. So, that's number 1. Number 2 looks a lot like it. In fact, doesn't this look like a flare pistol? A 12 gauge flare pistol? Well, it's not. It's a manual rotation, 6-shot 22 long rifle Derringer. And all of these, I don't know if you can tell because my camera sucks, but you know that by now. This is basically a pepper box style deal. Everything in it, all the barrels are rifled individually, and they're each a chamber. When you're ready to fire, you pull the hammer back, snap that terrible safety in there, and then pull the trigger, and on and on. It is actually pretty freaking sweet. I've only ever seen one other one of these in person, although I've seen a few online. This was almost 200, but I think it was well worth it just for the fuck of it. I've actually fired a couple rounds out of this too, about 30. It's moderately accurate. It's about as accurate as any other pocket pistol, like a Beretta Jetfire or something like that, or a Menez. Now this one right here, you might notice it if you watch old Bond movies. This is what was an AR-7 Armalite. Then it was bought out by Charter Arms, and they ruined it. And then Henry bought them out, and they brought it back as the U.S. survival rifle, made it kick ass, then stopped selling it. And now by popular demand, they just now brought it back, but only in, I think, black and silver. You used to be able to get it in a cool fake wood finish. 8-round 22 long rifle. This is the charging handle right here. You can't actually disassemble this thing to clean it, which does suck. You can notice it's, well, I hope you can notice it's getting dirty as hell. Camera isn't very good, but it should at least be able to notice all the grime on this thing. No matter how hard you scrub this Teflon, it's not really going to come out. But it weighs only 2.5 pounds. The whole thing fits into this stock. Whoopsie. Fits into the stock with the extra mag, and it'll fit with the mag still in the, I guess, the receiver, all in there. And then you snap the cap on, it becomes airtight. Might as well just pack this thing up since I just now showed you it. Now, this was one of my preferred 22 rifles for a while, until I realized that my Ruger 1022 is much, 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 much nicer. But it's still kick-ass just in its uniqueness. Finally, we come to this guy right over here. And it looks familiar, doesn't it? Because it's also a Cobra. They stopped making this one a long-ass time ago, too. This is just a 410. It's just a 410. little shell holder right there. Holds 3 full-length shells, which I should have some around here to illustrate. Oh, yeah. Let me get up. My fat ass over here. Silver Bear. Now, you cannot actually cock this thing until you take the safety off, and you can't load it unless the safety is on. Fits 2 right in there. Almost put that in backwards. It has a little switch, which only works when it's fully cocked. You just switch over one barrel or the other. You have to recock the hammer. This thing is probably the most primitive double barrel shotgun I've ever seen. And the catch was that it was cheap as hell. Hardly anyone's buying these. I actually bought it because I saw a YouTube video. Go figure. But one cool thing about it is when you fold the stock over, it blocks the trigger, and therefore you don't need to pack this with anything but its own unit. You don't need a trigger lock. You don't need to do a stupid put something through the barrel, because this will legally transform it into a trigger lock, and it now is no longer functionable. So you can just put it in like this and shove it in a backpack if you had one tall enough to fit this full-length barrel. The only thing that sucks is the stock is incredibly tiny. I'm talking youth-sized, and it's really flimsy. It goes left and right all over the place. But if you hold it tight enough, it works just fine. As long as you try not to break it on purpose, which you probably would if you did. And these are all just crazy-ass examples. I don't know, I have a thing for weird-ass weapons. Something that looks like it's not going to be completely useful in any way, shape, or form is just something I want to have. I don't know why. I'm weird like that. But, you know, fuck it, it's my money. So, just felt like sharing that. And I hope you had fun watching. Peace.